Hey, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're watching God, Sex, and Love, Accountability. Good morning, Mr. Leo. How are you?
What's going on? How you doing?
Oh, so far, so good. So far, so good. Well, a few things anyway. Oh, man. There's been some ups and downs since we last chatted. So I don't know where you want to start.
You can do whatever. What's the downs? Let's talk about that.
Okay, downs. Well, it's been tough for me to do 3 meals. I don't know like what it is. I don't know if there's something you can tell me to motivate me to eat 3 meals. I don't know. It's been tough for me to do 3 meals. I did slack a bit the last week in regards to what I was eating, or whatnot. Tried to kick it back off yesterday. So I ate my breakfast, but then I don't know. I don't know what to say about the meal.
Some of that is probably just because that's what you used to do.
I
You,
can barely hear you. I'm sorry. Maybe
I
I don't know.
said, I said maybe that's probably some of what you're used to doing. Can you hear me?
A little bit.
Can you hear me now?
I mean, I hear you, but you're low to me. But I don't know. Maybe you're fine to everybody else. But
Okay.
okay, I can lean or something, or scoot up or
Um,
something. Okay.
um, what I was saying was maybe that's because you've conditioned yourself to be like that. Your body has you ate like that for so long that it's hard for you, and that's your comfort zone. So it's hard for you to get out of it because your mindset is and it could be, I don't know, I'm just talking right now. Your mindset could be, man, I really don't want to eat 3 meals. I'm kind of good at two. I feel like I'm forcing stuff like that, right? And when you start thinking that way, then it becomes that way. And then you'll be like, well, it's kind of hard to eat three meals. And the thing is, it's almost like anything you do. When you first start it, it's coming out of your comfort zone. It's going to be hard until you put it into practice. And then once you put it into like you eating 2 meals a day didn't just happen overnight. You eating 1 meal a day didn't happen overnight. That was something you practiced, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally. That was something you practiced. So now you're trying to, it's like playing sports. You've been practicing a whole scheme one way the whole entire year. And now coach come in and say, we got to change whole scheme. So now you got to put in practice and practice to perfect what you're trying to do over that old way. Does that make sense? So don't look at it like, oh, I'm just failing. Nah, you just got to keep working at it. You may have a good day, you may have a bad day, but then eventually you want to have more bad days. Does that make sense? So, just take it one day at a time. I didn't expect it to happen overnight. That's another reason why I was like, I'm gonna give you the food first before we even do the workout, because the
Yeah.
food is a mind, the workout is a mind thing. The whole thing is a mind thing. Let me just say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
food specifically is a mind thing, you
Yeah.
know,
Mm-hmm.
and um if you change them, like what I'm trying to do now, since the pandemic, since we're able and the world is opening back up, because I went through it too, sitting at home and dealing with the pandemic, then dealing with some personal things and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm on it, I'm reminding myself every day that, God, I'm also, when I'm not nourishing my body, I'm not nourishing God in the way that I need to, or the spirit, I should say, uh,
Mm-hmm.
in the way I need to, because my temple is filled with His spirit and it's His body. So we have to take care of our body in a way that we nourish it, that we can stay healthy and we can move and do the things that we do. That's why I believe in putting the scriptures and putting the mind and putting God together, because it matters.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
matters. Don't make it just about you. Make it about Him too. Because then when you start making it about Him, then you may start changing some of the things you're doing, because that may help motivate you to say, you know what, all right, and plan. Okay, today this is what I plan to do. I mean, you write your week out. Like what I do, I write my week out right on Sunday, but
Mm-hmm.
then on Monday, when Monday come, I write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way to the next time. But Monday, I focus on just that. Don't try to jump so far ahead. Just focus on that and say, okay, what am I going to do today? What steps am I going to do to reach my goals for the end of the week? Not the end of the year, but for the end of the week, or even for that day. Just focus on that day, because I think the scripture says, don't focus on tomorrow. Focus on today, because tomorrow has its own problems. Today has enough problems. So you just trying to eat 3 meals for today is
Yeah.
enough problems, and trying to figure out, how do I motivate for the rest of the year? Okay, what do I need to do? Okay, I know I eat twice, so maybe I can maybe get enough calories where maybe I could do a smoothie. Maybe that may help me get down my food. Maybe that'll be my breakfast, because it's easy for me to drink. And then the last 2 meals, you see, you start coming up with ideas, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to come up to do certain things. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, you want to make sure you get enough calories if you do smoothies, because sometimes smoothies don't have enough in it. But in your case, because of what you're doing, you just want to make sure you get enough. That's just ideas, but just focus on what you can do rather than what you're not doing. Because the more you lean on what you're not doing, then you'll start falling into those not. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then you start focusing on what's not, and then you begin to lose motivation. Then you begin to lose discipline. Then you're like, well, I don't know what else to do, because this. Well, the plan is there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the Bible. The blueprint is there. It's just we open it and follow it, or we'll sit, because the thing we're fighting is our flesh and our spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Those two gonna knock heads. And
Oh,
when you start thinking of negativity, or people who's dealing with certain addictions, or people who's dealing with certain things, when we're talking as Christians,
yeah.
then what's happening is, then um, the devil is using that to, like John 10:10, to come seek, kill, destroy, and everything else. So right now, that's what he's trying to do, because he know you're trying to better yourself. So
Mm-hmm.
what you have to do is say, nah, hold on, wait a minute. What is it that's keeping me from doing this? I mean, as simple as it sounds, cons and pros. What is keeping me from doing this? Why can't I do this? Why am I not doing this? So what's the ultimate plan to overcome these triggers, or overcome these reasons, or what's other things I could do to maybe help myself? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And I think it's because, I mean, well, if I just make observations of when I was doing it, and well, because I think I had like maybe a good 2 days, 2 or 3 days, I can't remember. But I towards the end of the week, the things that changed for me were, because we only had a few things, and I think, and then I think also looking at it and feeling like I'm not reaching the goal, every day, because I would eat like even the days I ate 3 meals, I still wasn't hitting the 16, and I just like. I don't know if that had an effect. And then I want to say, I mean, things did kind of switch over the weekend 'cause I had things to do. So it was like, for example,
Got bit.
Saturday was really busy, and whatnot. So I was out versus being home like I usually am or whatever. And so, but I mean, there was some wins, I guess, because instead of snacking on chips or something, I was snacking on cashews. You know what I'm saying? I'll grab the apple, grab a banana, and stuff like that for the snack times and stuff.
There
And
you go. That's what you focus on. Don't
so
focus on everything you lose. Think of it like this: you did eat 3 meals. You couldn't even do that in the beginning. So just the point that you did do it for 3 days, and then two, your thought process is changing. You're like, I'm trying to eat healthier, whether
mm,
regardless of what comes out of it. There is wins. The wins ain't just about the scale and your body; it's everything. Your transformation all the way around. So you changing how you eat, you changing how you think. Instead of grabbing this honey bun, let me just grab these nuts and eat. Let me nourish more of my body. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Because you want to. I'm not telling you again you can't enjoy life. I'm not saying that. But at
mm,
the same time, you want to have life, and God gives you life, so you should give yourself an opportunity to live that life the
mm,
best way you possibly can. And it's a principle to nourish and to be healthy and to do those things, right? So
mm,
don't beat yourself up some more. Look at some of them wins. Don't allow just because you had a few losses to overtake all the wins. What can you take from them wins, and how can you grow from that? What can you take from them losses, and how from you growing from that? In other words, what I'm saying, don't just look at the losses, look at your wins too.
right,
And see what you can grow from there, and see what you could grow from there. What could you take from them wins to say, okay, I did do it for 3 days. So what do I need to do when busy season come up? So
mm, mm,
maybe because I know maybe I need to start taking my food with me. Something that's not hot, something that I can take, put in the car, and I can eat, and it's cold and it won't matter. You see
yeah,
what I'm saying? And
mhm,
in that way, I won't be feeling like, dang, I done missed out on the whole entire day. And then the other thing coming to play is when you ain't ate all day, look, I'm hungry, I'm stopping wherever, it don't matter. I just need to eat. Then it comes these fast foods, and then here come them triggers. You ain't had Chick-fil-A in a minute. You ain't had Chipotle in a minute. There
mhm,
you go. And then you start feeling some kind of way, man, I'm trying to do this and I'm eating this. You eating it, but you feeling some kind of way. You know what I mean? So
mm,
just don't beat yourself up. Just look at, okay, what did I do? What was it that I did that allowed me to get these 3 meals in? Okay, so now that I see the weekends are a problem for me because I get busy on the weekend. That's when I do a lot of my stuff. What can I do to shift it? Okay, maybe I eat breakfast when I get up, and maybe I'll take a lunch with me so I can eat on the car, and then I can eat when I get home. You see what I'm saying? You're something like that or something.
mm,
Something that I can eat on the way. I do it all the time. Like something when I'm really on my game, I bring my own food. Who cares what someone thinks? I bring my own food and I keep it in the car. So that way I'm not starving and it keeps me from saying, then I'll be like, all right, cool. Now I go on about my business.
mhm, mhm. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, well, that was something I was thinking of that else that happened, but I mean, yeah, I mean that's pretty much. Oh, no, I know what I was gonna say. So even when I didn't necessarily eat healthy, right, I still kept a note in the in the diary thing. I like so that was another thing I was trying to stay doing too. To like now I did, obviously stack up a little bit over the weekend, but maybe like Friday or something like that. I still wrote down what I ate versus like
Good.
not writing it down or something. So I still try to do that as well. And yesterday, in my group, you might not know, but I got this women's group or whatever that represents my uh, college visits, all this stuff. I call it Unwind Self Care, which I'm obviously sharing this journey in there too. And so there's a lot of ladies that's doing fitness and doing, working on themselves in different ways and just self care. And so yesterday I did an unboxing of some of the items that I purchased, like my bowls, my measuring bowls, and whatnot. But I'm not gonna show you the measuring bowls. I am gonna show you this to let you know that what I'm saying. Oh, what you think?
Vital. Cool.
It's real out here, bro. Look, come on now, bro. This thing is bigger than my head.
Yeah. But that's good, but it should help you make things a little easier because now you don't have to keep going back, getting this water, getting that water. You know
Mm-hmm,
what I'm saying? And you just got it right there. And you can kind of see where you at. It just makes things simpler for you.
mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm.
got your water for the day.
Exactly. So this is the whole water for the day. This is what I'm supposed to be drinking. It's 64 ounces, so it's a little bit above what I was supposed to
Okay.
drink. But Yeah, there we go, bro. So you know what I'm saying.
Right,
And
right.
like I said, I hope that the goal will get me back on track with eating the portions and whatnot. Um, yeah, yeah. There was some things I was able to get from the store, and then some things I still need to get more of or whatever when it comes to food
Okay.
stuff. But I mean, baby steps, baby steps.
Yeah.
Look, and until I get my weights, I mean, you know what I'm saying? What you say? Huh?
You actually could. You could get you a couple of jugs of a 128 gallon and use those. I'm serious. People do it. People do it. Especially like I remember when the pandemic first helped stuff, man. I seen people had water. They was using water to work out with.
Yeah.
Because water heavy, so they was
Yeah.
using that.
Mhm.
Just be creative.
Options out here. There's options. Well, speaking of that, ooh, Lord. So yesterday, y'all, it started off my first day of the new routine. Y'all know I had a routine back in the day. I was doing something every day, doing some type of stretches and stuff like that. Mr. Leo done put me on a doggone, I don't even know what to call it, but it's the new routine, y'all. So on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm supposed to work out. And he's giving me these tasks. um, so I'm tell you how it went. So basically, I had to push through to go on and get it done that yesterday morning. I had to push to get up, push to do it. Um, I was kind of sad to see the two repetitions of push ups and mountain climbers because I was like, man, listen, I thought about the upper body. But this is one of my issues, and I don't know if you can help me with this or not, but one of the issues I'm having with upper body things is my wrists start
A
to hurt.
week. Yeah, they're weak.
My wrists are be hurt. So times when I'm trying to do it, the most I feel in the moment is like my wrist hurting, for example, or my feet. Um, like my ankles was hurting at one point doing the mountain climbers and whatnot. So
That might be the pounding. You might be. I might have you videotape for me so I can see. Um, Also, you can YouTube as well, but you can videotape because a lot of times when that happens, it's the pounding. You're bouncing too hard instead of just running soft. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people do that, and it don't just be their ankles; they be their knees too that be hurting. And and the mountain climbers are not bouncing; it's more driving the knees to your chest in a soft way. You know what I mean? So
okay.
I would just have to look to see how you actually doing it and see your form. And with your wrist, sometimes some people have weak wrists, so um, they'll get wrist supports, do wrist exercises too that you could do, like squeezing certain things or whatever, something like that. But I also would need to see your form too to make sure you're not leaning and putting too much pressure on your wrist to make sure your form. So I'll probably have you videotape that too. But if not, then it could be that you have, weak wrists and you need to strengthen your wrists, and or you can get wrist support. Because I like when I go to the gym, I wear wrist support because sometimes my wrist used to hurt sometimes doing certain things. So as I got wrist support, it helped take that pain away. But I would need to. I'll probably have you videotape so I can kind of see what your form look like, because sometimes it could be just correcting the form of it too, and then it could be you have weak wrists as well. And I think with the mountain climbers, that just sounds like you're hitting too hard, you pounding too hard. I don't know yet, but I don't. When I see, I can probably judge more and maybe correct your form.
Okay. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, those were the main couple of takeaways during the process, aside from being like winded in between and stuff like that. But that's what I was taking away during, and I don't think I felt it. I just felt it in those areas.
Right.
But then last night and this morning, I feel it like in my thighs, I feel it in my my calves. I feel I'm like, oh, okay, yep, there it is, there it is.
Yeah.
But in those moments, I was like, I'm a real. This the only thing I felt in those moments. So that's
Yeah. Like
what
I
I.
said, I can look at it once you do it. 'Cause like it just sounds like your wrists are could be weak, or it could be your form. If it is weak, it's just saying that that it's not strong enough to support you right now, maybe. and you may, and make sure it's not carpal tunnel or nothing like that. So I just want to make sure it's not severe pain or nothing like that or whatever. Because if it becomes a problem, I have to change the workout out uh,
Mm.
for you, for its push-ups to do something different to hit yourself. But I would just need to look at your form, and then also make sure that it's not a form thing, or like I said, if your wrists are weak, get wrist things, or also make sure that it's not nothing that's going to cause severe pain. Because if so, then we got to stay away from that, you know, or whatever.
Yeah, I think, and I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I modified, I do girly push up, so I mean,
That's fine. That's what you're supposed to do.
because I was on my, knee or whatever, and you still trying to do the, but I mean, I did it. I did it. I timed it. Just 1 minute for the first round, 45 for the second. Um, I did it. Yeah. Ooh. I was glad that the day was a break day.
Yeah.
Uh,
How
and
did you feel?
um, it, so am I doing the same thing tomorrow, or you want me to do
Yeah.
something? No.
Doing the same thing. No, you're going to do the same thing for a couple of weeks to get you used to back, to get you into the workout mode.
Okay. Well, yeah, well, and so what do you need? Like side angle when it comes to the filming, or do you need
Yeah.
like
Side, side angle, front angle, so I can kind of see what it looks like, and how you going down. Same with mountain climbers, especially mountain climbers. I need side, not front,
okay.
because I need to see how your knees and how you're doing it. If you're doing it like that or whatever, so I can tell you you need to stop or whatever like that. But yeah, do that so I can kind of tell. Because like I said, it could just be that your wrists are weak and that it can't handle what it's doing right now, and then it may not be nothing serious, but then eventually I don't want it to get serious if it is, which I
Yeah.
don't know yet, because I don't want it to turn into like what they call a carpal tunnel,
Right.
because your wrists and stuff be so weak and pain and stuff like that. But it could just be from just you starting out and it's like, whoa, we ain't done this in a minute. This feels a little tough, so you may, instead of trying to go all the way down, you may just cut it down to halfway down until you're able to go down without the pain. You know what I mean? But again, that could, and it also could be a form thing, but I would have to look at it to see. And if it's still keep on going, then we could try to figure out what we could do to change to help you with that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think that's all. I mean, unless you got something in particular to add, I mean, I think that's all my updates on what I got on my end.
She got her bottle and stuff, but that's good. That's good that you introduced and showed them your bottles and stuff like that, because that's just gonna help other people and that
Mhm.
get motivated too, and to be like, that's a good idea. I may want to do that, and some may be doing it and be like, "Welcome to the club."
Right, yeah, it was funny 'cause when I was live yesterday, a couple of the ladies were chatting while I was on there, and they was like, I showed them the bottle, and they was like laughing, and then they was like, "Oh, yeah, a gallon a day or something." A gallon. Yeah, my measurements is off. So I'm like, the gallon is more than this, right?
Yeah, way more.
I was making sure. But she's
That's
like,
why I
a
told
gallon
you,
a day.
most people say shoot for a gallon. Absolutely. But I said no less than 60, than half your body weight. So that's more than half your body weight. That's what they say. They say don't, researchers say don't do no less than that. But eventually, as you drink, you should be able to do more and more. Because in the beginning, it's going to feel like, dang, it's a lot. But your body will begin to, it'll begin to get used to it or whatever. You'll still go to the bathroom, just not as much in the beginning because your body's not used to you drinking that type of water. But yeah, you want to shoot. Most of the time, I tell people to shoot for a gallon, but no less than half your body weight. Because some people's body weight, depending on their size, could be more than enough for them. But then on the other hand, water helps a lot, you know, because shooting for a gallon uh, helps keep you hydrated, helps keep you from retaining water, helps flush out toxins, helps flush out excess water. I can go on and on. Helps energize your muscles. Your muscles are made up with muscles, so that's what water wise. So, you know, it, but like I said, you're starting out is good. We'll take it one thing at a time, and eventually you'll drink more, because then now you'll be drinking that. Then you'll be like, oh, I done drunk two of these throughout the day now because I'll be putting away one of them in half a day, and I just go ahead and fill it back up and continue. Put lemons in there also because that help give it flavor, give it taste and stuff. Maybe start putting either other fruits in there too to help natural because it's naturally sugar to help, when you like, I just need a little taste of something.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. I don't want you to give up on me yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, that girl, she ain't serious over there. No, but
I ain't serious. I know you're doing. Just take it one day at a time. You'll be fine. Take it one day at a time. You got it.
we'll work out in the morning. I'll try to get this footage for you, and we'll see what we got going on. But yeah, I'm feeling that on. Like I said yesterday evening, this morning, I was like, yep, okay, all that, yep, I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yep.
That's how it be. Delayed onset. That's what it's called. And what happens is you don't feel it that day of. You like me, I feel it almost right away. Some
Mm.
people they don't feel it. They don't feel it like that day of, and they don't feel it that next day. But that third day, they be like, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, that's. I did my best. I was like, let me go on do it now. Go on do it, Miracle. Do it. Go ahead.
Focus on your form. Focus on what you're doing. Like I said, the reason why your time is short is because to keep the intensity up. So heart rate be up and you push in, but listen to your body because again, you're just starting out again. So if you need longer than the time I gave you, give yourself a little bit of time, but just make sure you're challenging yourself within your limits. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if it's challenging to you, just make sure you're challenging yourself within your limits. Don't let your limits challenge you, but you challenge your limits. And if you dizzy, sit down. Keep towel near you, keep water with you, all that. Listen to your body, but just make sure you're challenging yourself. That's what I would say. Just make sure you challenge yourself because you know if you are not. You
Mm-hmm.
know if you are not. You know what I'm saying?
Keeping the time was definitely interesting as well. It was like, because I'm like, oh, a minute seems too long, like and stuff. Like, I guess when you start to get tired, you're like, oh, it's a
Yeah.
thousand seconds in. Ah! You just keep
Yep.
going.
That's how it be. Yep. Yeah. And
But
when you tired and you ready for it to be done, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't do no more. But then when you done and you finish, I've never seen a person feel bad. They'd be like, man, I'm glad I got through it. I feel good. You know what I mean? I pushed myself like what I was telling you about them thoughts. You start thinking, dang, I didn't think I could do a minute, but I did it. You know what I mean? You begin to see you can do the things that you think you can't do.
mm-hmm.
My dad always told me, he said, you think you can or you think you can't. Either way, you right, because it's your choice.
That's real, man. Look, good old pops, man, with the wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, hey, like I said, look, you got something you want me to do? What you want me to do?
Nah, you ain't doing nothing.
Day,
Wait
okay.
Do it tomorrow morning. I may have you do if you still sore, email me in the morning, and I may switch your workout up to make you work on your core because your
Mm,
core needs to get strong in your lower back and your glutes and stuff like that. So I may switch it up, switch that, and make you do that, and then come back to the workout on what you did yesterday. So that way I give you time to kind of let your body recoup and then you come back to it on. Does that make sense?
mm-hmm. Well, I'll be up at like 4 though,
That's
so
I
so
normally try to get up like 4:45, 5 o'clock. So just even if so, just hit me and I see it. I'll hit you back.
okay. Okay. Well, cool, man. Well, look at it. There I go, man. Look, I'm trying, everybody. So thank you all for being on this journey with me. Shout out to Mr. Leo of Anointed Touch, Health, Fitness, and Beauty. Y'all know where to go look for him at. Get his services. Y'all know how it is. Let's see. We got a comment. She says, that's why I just do because I, for some reason, think I can do anything. Shake my head.
Because I for some reason think I can do anything.
Uh, Yeah,
That's
man.
good. Sure, keep that up. Keep that mindset up. I'm a believer. Like when my clients tell me I can't, I'm like, you ain't even tried yet. Let's
Yeah,
try before you say you can. If you can't, then we can make some modifications. Then let's go about, coming up with something different. But before you say what you can't do, try.
right.
Because you may be able to do more than what you think you can, and then just go from there and take what you can do and just build from there. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
Your tongue and your thought and your mind is a powerful thing. If you start thinking that you can and start believing that you can't, then 9 times out of 10 you're gonna feel like you can and you can't. But if you just go at it where, like being an entrepreneur, I'm just gonna risk it. And if I fail, all right, well, I just learn from it.
Right.
Because you never fail, you always grow.
Exactly.
So, just keep trying, keep pushing, keep going. And then like she said, hit me, or like what I do, whatever. If it's something that you feel like you ain't doing right, learn how to do it right, so that way you can begin to do it in the right way and begin to be more effective with it and more efficient with it, so your body can adapt and grow in the way that it needs to grow. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, look, look. You got the amen corner. Hold on. They got some class right there. You know what I mean? Look, look. Actually, say, I like this guy, sis. I know we got to keep him around. Got to keep him around. That means I got to get on point.
No,
Look, he gonna give up on me if I stop.
nah, I don't do that. I don't give up on nobody. You know, I may let you get in your own self for a little bit and let you experience certain things, but I don't mean I give up on you. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna give up on you. It's just the first week or two. Come on now.
Yeah, I appreciate the motivation, and I will say, like, even those times where, like I said, when I did slack off on like what I was eating in regards to maybe it wasn't as healthy or something like that, I felt the difference though. Like, and I think that was one of the things too. I was like, oh, okay, I can see how I feel after I eat this versus how I felt after I ate the 3 meals or whatever, And so I think that was a good thing to, at
That's
least.
good, Miracle. That's really good because remember I said, you know, it ain't about just gaining weight or losing weight or whatever. Food has something to do with your performance too. And you
Mhm.
gonna tell the difference. Like when my clients are working out with me, I'm looking at them. I'm like, what did you eat last night? What did you do? How you know? Because I'm looking at your performance. It's terrible. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Whatever. But because food is so much bigger than just for weight loss and for weight gain. It's bigger than that. It's your gas to your body. It runs better on a fuel tank than a 3/4 tank. You know what I mean? Like a car. So when you fuel your body, you're allowing your body to get the things it needs so it can produce in the way it needs to produce. It
Mhm.
run if you go to sometimes there's certain gas stations you can't take your car to because the gas be too watery or the gas ain't good and it has your car shaking.
Mhm.
Well, you put in certain foods in your body, it's gonna cause your body to react in ways it's not going to react in the way that you want it to react. It's not going to produce in the way you want to produce because you're not getting the good fuel that you need. The good nourishment that you need. That's going to help you produce and help you do what you need to do. So that's good. Those are little things you pay attention to.
Yeah.
Like, dang, I feel a lot better. And then when you eat, dang, I can tell the difference. See, those are things you journal too. You
Mhm.
like, man, I know what this feels. Because now, not only are you learning the process, you're learning you. You starting to learn your body. You starting to learn you and say, nah, this stuff don't work for me. I know what this does for me. Oh, I can do this or whatever. Now you starting to know your body and understand your body in a way you might not have before this journey. Does that make sense?
Paid attention. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, never paid attention before, but so I appreciate it. Like I appreciate the challenge, and I appreciate this opportunity, and um, I had to look at myself in the mirror. And like I said, that Saturday, I was just doing all the stuff, doing all the things. So that Saturday, I was doing an event or whatever, and I had to go change clothes or whatever. And I was like, "Oh, girl, you look like a bunch of cannabis. You need this. You need to. You shouldn't have ate what you ate this morning, and you
Mm.
should you should you need to get back on this with you definitely need to work out on Monday." Honey.
That's how it be. That's how it be. But Monday came, you worked out, you felt good. Take your break. Tomorrow you hit it again. And as you continue to do it, it'll just become a habit and you'll start seeing little changes. That's why I told you to take pictures because sometimes, we won't see what we see because we looking for what we want right now. So if we don't see it right now, we sometimes belittle our uh the things that we have gotten and look past them. It's like, wait a minute, you don't see this changing, that changing, that changing. So, don't look for the big things, just look for small things. And those small things would eventually turn into big progress down the road. You see what I'm saying? So as you go, start looking at, okay, I see myself changing. I see certain things changing. Heck, I see my mind changing. I see my thought process changing.
Yep.
That's part of transformation too. I see how when I go out now, before I just go after this cake, now I do this. And I'm disciplined enough to say, nah, my cake day is on Saturday. My cake day is Saturday and I leave it on Saturday. You know what I mean? Something like
That's another win. That's another win, bro. They tried to tip me with some cake on Saturday. And I didn't get it though. I didn't take none. They had samples, and I didn't have none. So
right. Good. Good. That's good. That's good.
they was like, "Oh, get some of this cake,
Yeah.
red velvet, and all the stuff I like." I'm like, "Oh yeah, oh
Mhm.
okay."
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Because, like, ultimately, right now, like I told you, I would never tell you not to enjoy life, Miracle. But at the same time, when you're trying to make changes, then there's some things you got to change a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You got to make some sacrifices sometimes. And again, it that Velvet would be here I don't know for how long. So it's not like you just not going to enjoy. It's just
Yeah.
till you get into your mindset mode where okay, I could do this, and then, okay, now I can go ahead and reward myself for my hard work, but I
Yeah.
can do it in a moderate way where I know because right now if I do it, I'm gonna go in and then tomorrow I'm gonna go get some more and then get some more and then sit here and feel bad because I'm trying to do this, but yet I keep you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got birthday coming up. Both my men folk, their birthdays in October, both my Dario. So I can have some cake on them days. Like, let me just
Right.
going pretty good. I don't think I have any over the past week, and that's pretty big for me. Like, I don't think I had anything sweet outside of a banana and apple. So that's pretty good for me. 'Cause
That's
I'm a
good.
cake, cookie and brownie person. That's me. Rice
Okay.
Krispies and all that good stuff. So let me think now. Don't have me lie. I don't think I really had anything sweet. I only had like food. Like, you know what I mean? No cookies, no. Look at me.
That's good. See now it went from the beginning where you were saying, I'm not gonna lie, I messed up. Now you're like, wait, I ain't had no sweets. See, little stuff like that matter. That
Yeah.
just shows you that you have the discipline that is in you. You just gotta apply it. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? You have the discipline. You married, you have a son, you take care of your son, you come to work, you set up schedule. So your discipline is there. You just
Mm-hmm.
haven't applied it to this particular situation.
It's
So
true.
now you just need to apply it and just stick with it and understand that you can do it. And like I said, just keep focused on what you're doing. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's good. If two weeks for you, then you hang on that and say, you know what, that's good. Let me see if I can do another week. Now,
Yeah.
how I'm gonna do it? Okay, today I'm gonna take it one day at a time.
One answer.
You know what I'm saying? One day at a time. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's how I've been doing it. So, that's really, especially if you know you're a sweet person, then
Mm-hmm.
that's really good for you. You know what I mean? Because that lets you know that it's really the sugar and the cravings. It's the sugar and the cravings that get you. It's like it can become addictive. It can become almost like bondage, almost like you in bondage to the sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep. 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 Last night, I think I did get like a little sweet tooth or something like that. I just grabbed the apple. I grabbed the apple. It was good though. It's what was those green chips? Whichever one, but it was really good. And it satisfied that sweet tooth or whatever it was. And yeah, so I guess made it another day, y'all. Made it another day. So we're gonna take these baby steps and I'm gonna try my best to remain consistent and all that. I appreciate you and the encouragement and the motivation and
Absolutely.
everything like that. Look, I mean, this time just went by, man, so quick already. So I don't want to belong your time because I know you're a busy man.
Hmm.
But I just want to say thank you so much to those
Well,
of you that are tuning in live, those of you that watch afterwards. This guy's Mr. Leo. Hit him up at anointedtouch-hfb.com. And after you, Leo, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate you. And looking forward to this journey, man. Day by
absolutely, me too. I appreciate you, and tell your hubby I said what's up too. Just keep pushing, man, and my number's open. You have it now. You ain't gotta keep emailing. If you need to, just text me, and if you have questions right away, just I know you'll text me because you email me, so you'll text me and be like, look, this is going on. Don't hesitate, because that's what we're here for: accountability and help each other, right? So don't hesitate to hit me and whatever I can do. Again, I've been in the game 16 years, but I don't claim to know everything. So even if I don't know it, we'll figure it out together as a team. All right. So don't hesitate to hit me, and we can we'll get it done. You're gonna be all right. We're gonna take it one day at a time.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, y'all know I could probably sit here and talk to y'all all day. I said it this morning. I could talk to this guy all day with all this wisdom and knowledge. So I'm gonna let y'all go. But thanks for watching Accountability.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Talk to y'all soon.